Thank you for joining us exclusively on THV 11 Plus. Our team of meteorologists have issued a THV 11 weather impact alert. We have Simone Thomas here, and Simone, it was a cold start to the day, and I think that's an understatement within itself.
It definitely is, Jurnee. I mean, this was the coldest morning we've had so far this winter across central Arkansas. Capital City got down to 13 degrees this morning. The lowest wind chill we recorded this morning was -1. Pine Bluff got as low as 18 degrees. Hot Springs getting to 14. Searcy just off to our northeast getting down to 11. And even Clinton and Batesville both got into the single digits. 9 degrees and 8 degrees were those recorded lows. But at this point, we started to at least get into the 20s. Now, we do have some locations to our south like Camden and El Dorado teetering along that freezing line, but most locations in central Arkansas looking to stay below freezing today. We could see a few lower 30s to the south, but mainly the upper 20s and lower 30s expected today, with cloudy conditions, that cloud cover increasing throughout the afternoon. It's going to be another cold one tonight into tomorrow, but a warming trend is on the way. Those details coming up in your 7-day outlook.
All right, Simone, thank you. Well, it's a reminder that can't be stressed enough during winter. It's best to start taking preventative measures to avoid having your pipes burst. Doing so now will save you costly repairs in the long run. The bitter cold could cause your home pipes to freeze over, and when that happens, water becomes almost inaccessible. However, it is preventable by dripping your faucets. It's one of many precautionary tips recommended for home readiness.
Turn your hot and cold water on your faucets, maybe like a pencil lead stream. Open your cabinet doors up, protect your hose bibs, your outside faucets.
Well, in the event your pipes do burst, you should immediately disconnect your water. It's then recommended to contact a plumber to properly resolve your issues. You also need to be equipped with the ability to adapt during the stretch of frigid cold. Before leaving the house, consider layering up with warm clothing. Winter hats and earmuffs can protect your ears from cold wind. Now, as for your pets, do not leave them out of your emergency plan.
You can put on the dog, whether that's a sweater or a jacket or whatever. This is not about fashion. This is about a necessity. They need some warmth. And you should pay particular attention to the feet, because a lot of times we have preset that's associated with some of this cold weather.
She added, if your dog gets too cold, slowly warm them up with massages or with a little warm water. Be sure to visit THV11.com to keep track of the weather and check out our full list of warming sensors. Arkansas flags are at full staff for the inauguration of President Donald Trump. He is now over an hour into his second term as U.S. Commander-in-Chief. Trump left the inaugural stage ready to sign over 200 executive action orders. Jared Hill reports.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Donald Trump took the oath of office Monday, becoming the first president since Grover Cleveland in 1893 to serve 2 non-consecutive terms.
James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
Shortly before that, J.D. Vance was sworn in as Vice President of the United States. Former Presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama all turned out for the historic event, as did outgoing President Joe Biden, who had tea at the White House with Trump.
The golden age of America begins right now.
In his inaugural address, Trump promised to begin the complete restoration of America and revolution of common sense. By the end of the day, Trump is expected to sign some 200 executive actions, including several on his key issue of immigration.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came.
For the first time since Ronald Reagan's second inauguration in 1985, the swearing-in ceremony was moved inside of the Capitol building because of the dangerously cold temperatures outside. Despite the cold, crowds of Trump supporters gathered before dawn outside of Capital One Arena, where a reimagined inaugural viewing and parade is being held.
One thing about him is I know what he wants to do. He doesn't think one thing and do something behind closed doors. You know what to expect from him.
A new CBS News poll shows 60% of Americans are optimistic about the next 4 years. That's higher than Trump's first term in office. Jared Hill, CBS News, the Capitol.
Happening today, multiple events are happening to honor Dr. King. The MLK Commission is in North Little Rock with a reflective candlelight vigil tonight. It's happening at Riverfront Park starting at 5:30. A celebratory fireworks display will also start soon after at 6 o'clock. The event is free of cost and open to anyone wanting to attend. If you feel like getting out tonight, be sure to bundle up. And as you get ready, stop by our website. Our digital team put together a list of MLK events around Central Arkansas, from the Capitol to Pine Bluff, Jacksonville, and even in Benton. You can pick where you would like to go at teachv11.com. And today, celebrations are underway, as we mentioned, to honor the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. However, several in the city of Little Rock started celebrating yesterday with an annual unity service. THV11's Maya Ellison was there and has a recap.
A song of unity, resilience, and hope. Lift Every Voice and Sing echoed through the sanctuary at St. Mark Baptist Church for the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Unity Service.
One of the things we wanted to do is to pay homage to Dr. King because he was all about unity, civil rights, and change for the betterment of all people.
And 6 years later, the annual event continues to be a staple and a reminder of Dr. King's legacy.
Dr. King's legacy is one of hope and hopefulness in the midst of very difficult and challenging social inequities and even oppression.
Through the doors of St. Mark's lied a vision Dr. King fought for: equality. In the city of Little Rock, Dr. King played an intricate role in progression of unity and the teachings that have been passed down for generations. From helping the Little Rock Nine, it's this one message that Mayor Frank Scott says showcases who Dr. King truly was.
Dr. King, sent a telegram to Daisy Bates, helping her understand that as you go through this process, and he was preaching nonviolence. Secondly, from a Little Rock standpoint, that one of his last preaching engagements was at First Baptist Church on Gaines Street in Little Rock. And we're grateful for that.
And those are the stories that will forever remain in the Little Rock community and even during Sunday's service of unity.
His words remind us that our fight for civil rights is not just about laws and policies, but about the dignity and humanity of every person. In times when our rights are questioned, we must rise to embody the principles he championed. We must engage in the struggle for equality, not just for ourselves, but for all marginalized communities.
In Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV11 News.
A new ban on red dot number 3 has sparked confusion. 4 questions in particular seem to be among the most frequent. Our Verified team has answers ahead at 12:48.
Well, our neighbors to the south dealing with numerous winter storm watches and warnings. Great news for us, we're not having to deal with any winter weather this week. It's just going to be pretty cold.